is a Cosmic Octave original podcast.
Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake.
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.
Welcome to episode 46 of Off Panel, Off Topic.
Parker, 2, episode
Stardate
4, 2, 6.
May 2nd, 2022. By the way,
The Klingons have
officially, I believe it is either the first. I think it's officially today.
Yeah.
It is the 20th anniversary, or no, it might be on Tuesday. The 20th anniversary of Spider-Man, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, which is perfect timing because then that shows up, as a marker to remember how great he was, and then boom.
Do you know why?
Multiverse of Madness.
I think I've maybe said this on the air before.
Also, how about Mom being released on Mother's Day?
Yeah. Do you know why? William Shatner acts that way?
In Star Trek?
No, at all. That whole pause thing where he's like,
Does he have a stutter or something?
No.
Oh.
When he was first coming up, he realized that the way they did TV shows was they wouldn't move the camera off the actor until they were done saying their lines.
So
And
he stretched it out.
Right.
Smart.
Which is actually really brilliant.
Yeah, it gets you more screen time. Gets you,
Too bad he turned out to be a fucking douchebag.
well, that is life.
Leonard Nimoy's Isn't that a metaphor?
Nice.
We're going to do something special. So
Are we?
We have a regular planned episode.
Oh.
We got some news. We're going to talk about some of the things that were shown off at CinemaCon
Ooh.
in Vegas. We're going to talk about a long box, the Unlimited, Moon Knight. A lot of stuff to talk about this week. Exciting. But our main topic will be the 10th anniversary of Marvel's The Avengers.
Cool.
Is this week. So I thought, why not have an episode? And also, we're just going to get out in front of it now. The Multiverse of Madness review is probably going to come late. Mostly because I'm not going to have time to see it over the weekend. We have a lot of family things we're doing on Sunday. I totally botched that because I thought Mother's Day. I thought Mother's Day was the 16th when we were talking about getting tickets. That's my mistake.
See, I think I knew it was Mother's Day. My mom had said something about it, and I thought we had already talked about it, and I assumed that when you and Ashley talked about it that it came up, but I didn't really ask, even though I knew it was Mother's Day, and you had said yes. I didn't ask if it was still cool until afterwards. So I might be going to see it myself on Sunday morning. If my MacBook gets there in time, I might try and do a quick. But I'll wait. I'll wait for you.
Well, I'm just the review will be late, and
there's no way
around it, and. I don't ever want this podcast to impose on my life in any way. I'm getting better. I'm getting to a point where I need to start slowing down, and I don't want to make content.
Maybe we could see it after you get back into town. I could see it a second time that day. That'd be fucking cool.
We'll
actually.
see. We'll see what happens. But my point is, it might be late. Is all that I'm trying to say.
We're still working out the details, but it's not looking good.
And I think what makes this podcast fun is it is literally just two guys.
How much we talk about dicks.
Jesus Christ, dude!
Oh, sorry.
I'm trying to do a nice thing, and you fucking ruined it.
Two guys. I'm sorry.
Like it's just like the fucking Thor episode. You just gotta.
I'm sorry. Two guys
in a basement. Playing with toys. No, and
pretty much
life comes in the way sometimes, and I'm getting to a point where I have started to realize that content is taking over more of my free time, and I want to spend more time with my family. So I don't want those two things to impose, because that's what I love about them. Because you know what, Tyler, this is my favorite thing every week.
Yeah,
is doing this show. So let's get into it. Let's talk about.
Let's fucking do this.
Let's talk about Moon Knight.
Okay.
So this is by far
gonna get heavy.
Well, I figure we start with Moon Knight first, then we get into CinemaCon, and then we go into the Avengers. So yeah, this is probably the best episode of the show. I remember when Ashley and I watched it on Wednesday morning. I didn't say anything yet, and she just goes, "Best episode yet." Like, because that was such. And you know what the best part about it? It was mostly Oscar Isaac acting with himself.
Yeah.
And that's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I know you have a lot you want to say about it, but I think we should probably just talk about the episode as a whole first, and then get there organically. Because there's some things I wanted to talk about in the episode.
There's I read a couple of interviews with the actress who played Tawaret.
The hippo?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Tawaret. But she was talking about
that part.
She was talking about the costuming and some other stuff, and she said it was really interesting because it was like her first major role. And basically just standing in and she was talking about how interesting it was to play a giant hippo lady and whatnot, and how fabulous she was. Yeah, I liked that. It was just a mind fuck of an episode, though. It kept switching back and forth between the ship or whatever,
well,
and
we get introduced early on that the reason they're stuck in the essentially like Egyptian purgatory is the way that I looked at it, but they had a specific name. It's in the Egyptian afterlife.
Duat or something like that. The Egyptian underworld.
Sorry, I analoged to purgatory.
They reference a Black Panther thing with the plane of the ancestors.
Yeah. And it has that purple, it looks like it did in Black Panther. It has a purple tinge to everything. But we're introduced to the idea that the reason they're stuck there is because their scale is unbalanced. And they have to balance the scale to cross over. And so they're trying to figure out, it's Steven and Mark trying to figure out what's causing the imbalance.
Right.
And by doing, and this is, okay, this is why I love this show so much. And I get the criticisms it's been getting online, how we don't have a lot of him as Moon Knight. We don't have, the pace is slower, and it can be, and honestly, even to me and someone who knows little about Moon Knight, this shit is getting confusing sometimes. But I think that's intent. I think it's supposed to be confusing. But I understand people's criticism of that. But I look at it as like, dude, this past episode was so brilliant on a writing tone because it's like, we had all fallen into the trap of it's just another Marvel show. There'll be something big that happens, some reveal at the end of episode 4, a big fight in episode 5, and then resolution in episode 6. And this does a fucking origin story in its second to last episode of this character who we've been with the whole time.
Yeah.
Which is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
And any other person would probably be like, episode 5, like, wait a minute, why are you slowing this down so much? But to get all of this in episode 5, it's like, oh my God, that's incredible.
Yeah, there's a lot of exposition.
But in a good way, it's good exposition.
Yeah,
I think this is such a
problem with
creative way to tell an origin story, So yeah, we see them go through a doorway, and it goes into a memory because, they're in a room full of people that Mark's killed.
Right.
And
Zombies.
And then which was creepy. I like that. And then we see a kid run into the hallway, and Steven goes, why was there a kid there? Why is it, Mark, did you kill a kid? Like, what the fuck? And that leads him into the memory of his brother. And the fact that Mark even has a brother, and that it was the kid that we saw in the hallway running, and it's like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that whole sequence, when Steven goes into the cave, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah.
And then to see how... I hate to break the tension here, but I did forget to mention this.
Pizza time.
We will be talking about every part of this episode as much as we can.
Look,
because I know the further I go, I'm gonna unravel this shit.
Check it out. It's Sunday. The same week, 5 days ago, is when this show came out. And if you're anything like, maybe you're one of those people who binges, waits for it all to come out. But honestly, if you are, sorry. But yeah, it's been 5 days, dude.
Okay.
But yeah,
That's a good point. We do.
it's fair to do pizza time.
This show comes.
It's fair to do pizza time.
You're right, but this show does come out on Wednesdays, and we talk about it on Sundays, publish on Mondays.
Yeah.
So if anything,
You
this
don't-
is a refresher for episode 6.
Yeah, you fuck.
Fuck you. We provide
Fuck
a
you,
fucking
motherfucker.
service, you bitch. Anyway, just got really
Piece
aggressive.
of shit.
No, come back. Our 3 listeners.
I love you.
I love you so much. No, I forgot. So anyway,
Summertime.
well, when we see Wendy,
Yeah.
his mom,
Yeah.
how abusive she is towards him and blames him for his brother's death, now it starts to make more sense of why Mark is so distant with people and why Mark is the way he is. But the scene when he creates Steven, and it is revealed that Mark was always the dominant personality.
Yeah.
It is so sad.
Yeah.
To be like, this poor fucking kid had to make Steven to deal with his grief.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm tearing up talking about it because that's how sad it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's so weird because the episode ends with such a dour note.
Yeah.
Which I think is smart because I think it makes you want to root that much more for Mark.
Mm-hmm.
But then in between all this stuff, we keep cutting in with Ethan Hawke, trying to pull him out of it.
Mm.
And somebody pointed this out. He doesn't talk like Mark when he gets pulled out of it at one point. I think at the beginning when he grabs the thing off his desk, that's Jake.
Yeah.
Because he
yeah.
has more of like a New York taxi cab sounding voice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very brief and it's very subtle, but it is there. And I didn't notice that until somebody pointed that out. And again, holy
I actually
fuck,
thought that
Oscar Isaac.
I
dude.
actually thought we were gonna see Jake at that point. I figured it out pretty quick that it was like this is not Steven or Mark, and then I was like, okay.
Yeah. Again, Oscar Isaac, unfucking believable in the show.
Yeah.
But we eventually keep unraveling his story, and we find out that he left home because his mom became an alcoholic, and his dad tried his hardest to keep it together, but he just couldn't. And it sucks because when his dad says, "I can't lose you too," I was like, "Fuck me, man."
Yeah.
No wonder Mark has killed all these people. I mean, you know what I mean. Like you shouldn't sympathize with murdering somebody, but like you understand.
He's got a bit going on.
You understand why his life led, and I've talked about this. This theme shows up more and more now. Like the generational trauma is so strong in this, where he can't even fucking see his dead mom because he hates her so much.
Yeah.
Is unbelievable. I don't know. Maybe it's because I myself have become a parent recently that I've just like this hits so much harder.
What doesn't make sense to me is he doesn't walk that far away before he crumbles to the ground and starts crying.
Yeah.
So I got to be honest. Like, I mean, I know he said don't come after me or whatever. I can't see you, but if I'm his dad, I'm gonna run after him. He's not that far. He's right there. He's crying. I'm gonna give him a hug whether he likes it or not.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it's interesting, and this was interesting too about that scene.
But grief does things to people.
Yeah, and that's what's interesting about this scene. Is this is where their lives blur. So this is where we're seeing Steven be more prevalent. It's like again, it all goes back to his mom. And I think as we get to the end of the episode, the thing that hurts the most watching this. And it's not at the very end. The final shot sucks, and it's amazing because it's as much as I fucking hated Steven this whole season. Like at certain points, I was like, "This is an amazing episode" because I understand why Steven is the way he is. But in the hallway, he says before they get to the last set piece of the show, the third act, if you will, he says, "It's not your fault. You were a kid. It's not your fault." And it's doubly tragic because nobody told him that. He told himself that now. So he's finally learning to live with his guilt and his grief, but he has to do it through another personality because Steven only exists because of this. And the other part when he grabs it and he goes, this is when he tries to see his the death of his brother or whatever, and he's like, this is not what you're for. I was like, shit, man. Like when he said that, that's even because I think at that point we'd already kind of put the pieces together that it was Mark, but I think that part in particular was like, even Mark is finally aware of like, I created you because of this. I don't want to deal with my grief. And it's just a tragic episode, and it's so good. I've been talking for so long. I know you wanted to really talk about this a lot, so you have the floor.
So I just a couple things. I just started a new job, and it's at a thrift store place. And one of the things that we do is a lot of the money that's made goes back to a program to help people who don't who have never been accepted as human beings in the workforce or in public or in housing or in independence or anything like that. And it really hits home. This episode really hit home for me. And I worked on Monday, and then on Wednesday I went in for my first thing, and I stayed up Tuesday night to watch the episode. I was already awake. Like I knew I was going to be awake that late, so I'm like, fuck it, let's just watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't have that luxury anymore.
Yeah. So I watched it, and then I'm watching these videos, and they're talking to these people who've benefited for the programs and stuff. And one of these guys was this guy named Robert, and he's 65 years old, and he's got a great attitude, and he's got a great smile and everything. And he was so horrifically abused as a baby that he never learned to read or write until he was in his 60s. And with your kid being born and seeing how fragile human beings are and stuff, and how it never makes sense to me why there's anything about why people hurt innocence, why people look at things like that and think I want to hurt that, like a puppy or a baby or something like that. And when he's talking, when he turns into Steven and he, hello, mommy, that just hurt, because I know, like, when I was growing up, like when I was very young, I know how I was, and I know that I was very hopeful and very optimistic, and I know that I was very kind and compassionate, empathetic, and I still am. And it hit me because this world has tried to beat that out of me all my life, and I still have it. And I'm glad that I do, because I think we need more of that in our world. But it hurt me because I was a child when I first started learning how shitty the world was too. I wasn't abused, thankfully, but that, and then watching this guy's story and everything, and then seeing Moon Knight, like all at once, like I was just bawling all day on Wednesday. It was just hard for me to look at things the same way, I guess. I don't know. It was just really hard for me. It hit me really hard, the whole episode, and I just wanted to talk about that real quick and talk about how I really hope all of you, the three of you, I really hope you all get to a point where you understand that, like, empathy is not costly, but it can bring so many dividends to people. And just, I was walking down the aisle in Target the other day, and this older woman was walking towards me with a cart, and she was older, she kind of was bent over the cart, and she had kind of that, that old person face of like, I'm in pain and, God damn it, right?
Yeah.
And she happened to look at me, and I smiled at her. I saw her look at me, I smiled at her, and her face changed. It went from grumpy old puss to, hi, how are you? We didn't exchange words. I just smiled at her, and she smiled back at me. And for all I know, that's all she needed that day to get through the day. And how much did it cost me? Jack shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put more positivity in the world because of all the negativity that I kind of, that was washing over me on Wednesday. I was just kind of like, I'm so blessed and thankful for what I have, but God damn it, like, you think about this stuff happening all the time, and it just fucking breaks your goddamn heart.
Oh yeah, I mean,
And
And
I'm glad that I've kept most of that in my life.
But tying that back to that episode, you talk about how his mother, he didn't just lose his brother, he lost his mom.
And
She
his
was
dad
never
really too.
And his dad still loved him and tried his hardest to make it work, but it's just like and again, I like you're talking about, and maybe being a kid didn't make me soft. I was already a soft boy, but I think that having Lincoln recently has really changed my perspective on a lot of things. And you're right, it does make me think about how fragile life is, and again, just becoming a parent recently, I could never imagine something tragic happening to him and treating him the way that she did. And
yeah, I mean,
now again, different situation, whatever, but it clearly was two people didn't deal with their grief. Honestly, the whole family didn't deal with their grief.
No.
And I could never imagine doing that to a child, and I would never do that to a child. I would do my best not to project that on there, because whether you like it or not, I think as a parent, you're going to imprint some sort of, I don't want to say trauma, but I'm going to,
you will.
In some, not necessarily trauma, but cause even if it is trauma, it would probably be death, is what my hope is. But I think that you imprint something onto your kids as some sort of things that you have to make sure you deal with before you can. Because I mean, they have their own autonomy, their own personalities, right? Mm. But you do imprint you obviously imprint your personality on them as well, because you raised them, right? Mm. And there's moments where I'm sitting and I'm like, oh, that's my dad. And so it just, like, I would do everything in my power not to give him anything but love and compassion. Yeah. Because this is, like, you talked about it, you just said it. Everybody that's experienced this world knows that it will beat you down. And the best thing that I can do is give love and compassion. And you said that empathy is so human.
Yes.
Most animals can't share empathy.
We fucking hoard our empathy. Why?
Yeah. And
it's so stupid.
Yeah. And the moral of the story of that is it's just that I knew there had to be an explanation in the show for why he had DID. Mm. And I knew it was something traumatic. And this whole episode, I was thinking, and then I saw his brother, and I was like, "That's what triggers it." What? Like, I knew right there, because it's always something extremely traumatic.
Well, the acting, I mean, when he finally brings him into the room and everything, and you see Steven
goes into the cave.
Steven is it's at the towards the end when he finally brings him into the room to see what happened.
Oh, in the room. Yeah. When he finally showed the creation of him.
Right. And so Steven's kind of trying to figure it out and everything, and Mark he's just kind of defeated, and he's kind of standing there in the corner just letting it happen because he said he would. And he's got that, and the way he acts is not just, he acts embarrassed. He acts like he's ashamed.
That he had to do this.
I don't know. Just that he's ashamed that Steven has to see it, I guess.
He didn't want Steven to know that he was. No, he did. I think he was embarrassed that he had been lying to Steven this whole time and not said that, like, Steven, you don't exist. I made you up.
Right.
And, like, and then you get to the end of the episode, and the only way that he could make, balance the
Get
scale
to the field of gold.
Was letting go of
field of reeds.
Letting go of Steven. He had to let Steven die to go, and it's like, God damn it, dude. And like it was good for him as a character, because that means that he finally forgave himself, and he finally accepted that he didn't kill his brother.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so that's a good thing, but at the same time, it's like I joked with you in episode 3 and 4. I was like, I don't fucking care about Steven. Now I'm sitting here, like I didn't cry during the episode, but I definitely, welled up and had some tears when I saw the scale balance, because I was like, fuck me.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoops. There you go.
Yeah. So I am so glad that we've stuck with it and watched this whole season all the way through. And we were going to anyway.
Yeah.
But it has gotten better.
We're not a bunch of pussies like some people.
I was a little bit let down by episode 4.
Hmm.
But then this episode, holy shit. Like, it's...
Balls.
I didn't expect that. You know, we talked about with Falcon and Winter Soldier, there was some times with the violence, I didn't expect it would go that far.
Yeah.
And they edited it like a bitch, and then they fixed it. But anyway, I didn't expect them to go this far in this show in terms of just the level of seriousness and something that we don't really see in the MCU. I mean, and we saw it in those Netflix shows, but this is the first time we've seen it in modern MCU.
Yeah.
And it's funny to say that because Daredevil
You're the modern
ended like 4 years ago.
MCU.
But so it gives me hope that they're going to commit to making another season of Daredevil or something like that. Where, okay, we can still tell these adult stories. Still have a little bit of Marvel flair, but still tell these serious adult stories.
Anybody who's logged into their account since they changed and brought over the Netflix shows, anybody who's logged into your account, you know you have to log in and create and decide whether you want to see that shit or not. So, great. Cool.
I don't see why not. And I think that Moon Knight is a sign of them trying to do more adult-focused stories in the MCU. And look, I'm going to love... dude, I think Doctor Strange is going to be fucking amazing. I can't wait to see that. Yeah. Even though they can't help but spoil shit. Did you see that? They released a new clip last week that showed a certain character, because if you haven't seen it, I won't spoil it for you.
Was it Monica Rambeau? And
no. Well, there wasn't
Captain Carter.
Yeah, the Captain Carter. Why Marvel? Why the fuck would you share that tease? Why? So, because then, oh man, could you imagine the theater reaction when you see her shield and it's Captain Carter? Because I would be like, dude, they fucking did it. Those crazy bastards did it. They put her in it. Like, that would have been awesome. Stop spoiling your own shit.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Maybe they were afraid somebody was going to spoil. I don't know. Anyway, so Moon Knight, can't wait. Episode 6 is going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see. Also, shout out to Ethan Hawke. He fucking killed it. Him and Oscar, like, the fact that those two are carrying this show is probably why I like it so much, because they are just putting on
it's
an amazing, both amazing performances.
It's a dynamic that's kind of reminiscent to me of Mobius and Loki a little bit. You know, there's similarities in the fact that it's kind of two main characters kind of playing off of each other, and how well the two actors do it. You know, you can't get much better than Owen Wilson and Tom.
And how convincing
Hiddleston
is as Dr. Harrow to make you question, like, because there are definitely times in that episode when I was like, is this really like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't know. Yeah. And I think that's why I love it so much. And again, it goes to Ethan Hawke's believable performance. Tyler, let's brighten up the mood a little bit, because we dealt with some heavy topics just now. We got to do it at the start. Why don't you get some of them candy over there, and let's do a little what's in my mouth.
It's Tyler. It's Tyler. He's got something, and you're going to put it.
No. Finish the song.
Oh, I'm not
Finish the song.
So we have Kool-Aid Fruity Chews. 3 fruity flavors. We got Tropical Punch, Cherry, and Grape.
What colors are they?
Blue, red, and purple.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't talk about the actual flavor
we know that.
of the Kool-Aid. You do the color, bro.
Okay, so I got a red and a blue. Which one do you want?
Give me the red. Oh, shit. Which one's the right one in the Matrix?
Oh, shit, I don't know. Doesn't matter.
The red pill. It was the red pill. You're fucked. You're going to the Matrix.
I'm fucked. I'm going back to the Matrix. Hey, you know what? I know this isn't a steak. I know this.
You could pull off a Joey
but I don't care.
You could pull off a Joey Pants Matrix getup. You could pull it off. What was it? Cypher?
Yeah.
You could pull that off.
I could. You ready?
Dude, we should do that. We
got these at the dollar store. What are you going to be? Are you going to be? You got to be Neo.
We'll do it for the Halloween episode.
Okay.
Neo, modern Neo though, because he has a beard.
Mm-hmm.
We're really hard.
They're like chewy sprees.
It's not chewy enough.
I think you're just pussy.
I don't know.
It tastes like it. Honestly, okay. if you've ever made Kool-Aid in your life, you dump the Kool-Aid into the pitcher,
It just tastes like the powder.
and it blows back up in your face, and you smell it
What
kind
did
of.
it taste like? Yeah.
It kind of tastes like somebody took a candy shell, filled it with that powder, and said, "Here, motherfucker."
Yeah. So on our rating scale, I think I'll go first. I'm gonna say, I mean, it's not bad, but I have to rate it this way because I don't think it's great.
You are nothing but garbage, yeah. Nothing but garbage, guy, you know?
So what's our choices again?
Well, honestly, if I'm being totally honest,
Because it sounds like we got
okay, I messed up.
terrible.
The rating scale is
Yes.
that means it's really good.
Right.
This is okay,
Nice.
and then this is
You are nothing but garbage, yeah. Nothing but garbage, guy, you know?
okay. I'll be honest. It's more of a
Nice.
from me.
Give me a hell yes.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
Yes. Yeah,
there you go.
I like it. It's a fucking $1, man.
No, I mean, again, it's not bad, but I'm pretty stingy. So
It's not. That
once
great.
again, I give it a,
Nice.
and Tyler gives it a. Fuck you.
Yes. That's not what I gave it.
That's what you're gonna give it, you bitch. All right, we're gonna now shift gears and get back to the news.
Oh, real quick.
What?
Do you want to point out that
What did I answer like? What?
in the next couple of months, you will be hearing us review a really cool movie that my brother got for me, and it is the original Doctor Strange movie from the 70s, and I got it on Blu-ray now. So I just wanted to tease that a little bit. I don't think we're going to do a commentary because that would be we've never.
No, yeah, we should.
We've never seen it before, and plus, not a lot of people have it, so they can watch it along
You know
with
what?
it.
That if you wanted to resell that Blu-ray, you know, it's probably worth.
$1 million, bitch.
I'm just saying, think about it. Think about it, Tyler. All right, let's
My
talk.
brother's got connections, though, man.
Nice.
Let's.
Okay. So let's.
Did
get
you
the
really
news.
just say that for me to do that?
Yeah.
I know. All right, so let's talk about CinemaCon 2022.
CinemaCon, bring it to bone.
I want to mostly talk about the announcements. There's a couple of them I can go into a little bit more detail of like the things that they showed like 15 minutes of or whatever. The first one that I thought was interesting, Avatar 2 is happening this year. Avatar: The Way of Water will be released December 16th, 2022, and the original will be remastered and re-released in the fall, if I remember correctly. Which is just another way for them to try to reclaim that they're the best #1 box office. Blah, 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 blah.
Hey, can I throw out my take on the whole Avatar
Sure.
thing? Who fucking cares? Boring.
I agree, but I just wanted to kind of talk about it because I think the ship has really fucking sailed on this franchise.
Oh, yeah.
But they're committed to it, dude. They've announced 5 movies now because there'll be 4 sequels, and I think they said something that they're all self-contained.
What?
So this
Wait, you gotta give me. What? Why do all the work when we have Skeletor there for it? What? Or Stone Cold? 5 movies? The first one wasn't even... Dude, look, the first one was nothing but a technical achievement.
Did you hear the rumor that
Tiki Watiti.
he is going to direct it? No, I'm kidding. I made that up. But go on, yeah.
Tiki Watiti. By the way,
Tiki Watiti.
look out for our new merch, the Tiki Watiti glasses.
Tiki Waititi cups.
Tiki Watiti torches. No.
Thor's weapon.
Yeah, duh. Way to fuck up tiki torches, you fucking racists. I used to love them things, man. Those things are great. Great, put them in your backyard.
Will you talk about fucking Avatar, please?
So, Avatar. Look, here's the thing. I finally did see it. And if
you
there's...
finally did see it? You waited this long?
No, I saw it like, I don't know when I saw it. But
Oh, yeah.
I just did
I saw
not
it in
give a
theaters.
fuck because the story is stupid.
It's blue.
And it is dumb.
It's blue
It's
alien
dumb.
dances with wolves.
Hey, you know what? Unobtainium. Oh, go.
Hey,
go,
let's
oh, go.
let's fuck with our hair.
Oh God!
Remember that?
Yeah,
Remember
that's
that?
fucking
Yeah.
so fuck. You know what? All I can think about is
You know what?
really hairy ball sack.
I think we should find a way to review it. Just because it would be really fun to make fun of this movie. But what if we end up liking it? Then what do we do?
Well, look, the thing is that it's a technical achievement. If nothing else, James Cameron has done for Hollywood what a lot of other directors can't say, and that has revolutionized different ways of doing things.
Yes, James Cameron still has I still like James.
Right.
The first Avatar isn't bad. It's just bleh.
Who cares?
It's kind of lame.
That's how I look at the first Avatar. Is who gives a shit? Because it didn't change my life. Do you remember hearing about those people who were killing themselves to try and get there? And I'm like, honestly, the gene pool is a little bit fresher today. I know that was mean. I know. But if you really think that's a real place and you're going to do that to yourself to try and get there, we're not missing anything. We're not missing the next Mensa member. Okay?
Damn.
I know. I fucking know.
All right.
I know.
Anyway.
I'm sorry. But can you believe there was actually people who were like, I want to go. What's it called? What's the place called?
The Mars? What? Oh, Pandora. Which shows you how
There were people who were
unoriginal
like,
the name of
right.
that planet is too. Anyway, I'm not that excited, but
Yeah. That was just my take on it.
I would the only
You
way
made people kill themselves, you
the
son of a
only
bitch.
way I think we would watch it is when it goes on Disney Plus, because I am not going to see that.
Is it a
movie.
Disney movie?
Disney owns it because they own Fox.
Sell it.
Sell it.
Sell that
This one
bitch.
is old news, but I just want to get a quick speculation on what we think they'll do with it. The Batman sequel has officially been greenlit with Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz, I think, was also confirmed, and Matt Reeves all returning. So that's exciting. Do you think they're going to go for Court of the Owls?
Yes.
Or, because they've already seemed to incorporate Snyder stuff already in this Batman, because like his contact lenses are from Snyder's run on Batman.
We're talking about Scott Snyder, not
Zack Snyder.
just want to make sure because
There-
some people
yes.
might get confused.
Do you want to make that distinction? But I'm thinking Court of Owls would be a good bet, mostly because Pattinson wants it and Reeves didn't seem to be against it. I would also like to, because Reeves had mentioned Freeze. I would love to see him do Mr. Freeze and do more of a detective noir story around Mr. Freeze. I want them to treat it like Perry Mason with a bat cowl, or like not Le Pen or whatever the fuck his name is, but make Batman. And I'm assuming that's what Reeves is doing. Just make this detective man Batman. Put a fedora on him. All right, another
Batman law.
Another interesting news, because I was wondering if Sony is going to commit to this, because they do have one other franchise outside of Spider-Man, and that's Ghostbusters. That sequel was announced at CinemaCon 2022. I just wish...
Still haven't seen Afterlife.
I think you would like it, but
I probably would.
I'm kind of in the same point of like, do we really need another one?
No, we really don't.
And I was one of those people that wasn't a shithead and said the same thing in 2016 when they tried to do another Ghostbusters movie. I just think Ghostbusters in general, and I liked Afterlife, but I just feel like we don't need to make it a franchise. As good as Afterlife was, I'm like, that is a good enough end for me. To me, that was like, okay, so you made a good Ghostbusters 2. We can be done with it. But now, of course, Sony has to milk it, and I'm sure
Sony's so stupid, dude.
I'm sure it'll be good. I'm not saying it won't be good.
Let's greenlight a Madam Web movie before we even see how Mobius does.
We'll keep going on
and
that.
And then let's
We'll
make
get there.
We'll
get there. We'll get there because we will talk about this. I don't know. And look, it'll be good, and I'll be an idiot again. But I just think that how many stories can you? Well, I guess they're gonna do more. This is just going to be passing the torch. This is going to be Ghostbusters 2.0 kind of thing, which is fine.
Whatever.
I'm just not as excited.
Whatever.
I'm not as excited for it as I would be for other movies, but that's also because I'm not like a gigantic Ghostbusters fan, and I know those exist out there. So
Yeah. Why?
Okay. Jesus.
No, it's a good movie. It's just there's some things you're just like, why are you such a fan? What the fuck?
Don't be like that.
I know.
Don't be like
I know. I'm fan shaming. That's terrible.
Yeah, come on.
My bad.
I
love you all, you Ghostbuster pussies. I mean,
just because you don't get it doesn't mean they can't get it. Okay. The Flash footage.
Oh God.
Focused on. I want you to notice something here. As we get closer to this movie being released, which I still don't think will be released.
No, me neither.
As we get closer to it, we're noticing more and more this is just another Batman movie, because this footage for The Flash will focus on Keaton's Batman. And he even puts on the prototype suit that they were going to use in 1989 that they couldn't use before. He wears that, and he says the line, "You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts." at the end of the footage.
Mm-hmm.
Try and tell me this isn't just another fucking Batman movie. This is Enter the Batverse. This is what this movie is.
Also, it makes no sense that he's saying that.
Why?
Because that was...
He says it in the movie.
Yeah, but why? Why does he say it? He's trying to get Joker's attention off of him and off of Vicky Vale and onto him.
Well, maybe he's doing the same thing in this.
Also, you're trying to show me Flashpoint footage and it's all Batman? Dude, just...
That's what I'm saying. They're trying to distance themselves from Ezra Miller
already and just make it a fucking Batman 89 movie.
Batman Flashpoint.
Batman 89, 22.
Into the Batverse. All right. So, continuing with DC, Black Adam actually had The Rock introduce this footage at CinemaCon. And so the big thing was it was a scene of the Justice Society with like Pierce Brosnan's Dr. Fate and Hawk, which is fucking rad, dude. They look so cool in this movie and the little bit that I've seen of them. And so they're trying to recruit Black Adam into their ranks, and they Aldous Hodges Hawkman comes in and saves Black Adam, and because he stops Black Adam, and he says, "Heroes don't kill people," and then Black Adam responds, "Well, I do." And I'm like, cool. So I think it's interesting that they're going to do an anti-hero villain story, but if you're going to get The Rock as Black Adam, of course you're going to give him his own movie first. Like, it only makes sense. And it actually works out great because that is coming out in October of 2020. I think October 21st, 2022. And then Shazam: Fury of the Gods is coming out in December 2022. So they're already going to work that in. And that's fucking rad that they're going to, because honestly, if they keep one franchise going from the DCEU, I want it to be the Shazam movies because I love the first Shazam so much. Somebody ripped a fart.
Oh my god.
I can't even have a conversation.
This doesn't usually happen. My farts smell like roses.
God damn it.
Dude, that is stinky. I'm sorry.
I hate you so much.
So what's going on?
No, I was just saying that I thought it was interesting that they're going to... Because Sony is the only other studio that said, let's give a villain a main movie. But I think this will be better because I think they'll actually put thought into this, having the Justice Society. Does that mean Black Adam's going to kill the Justice Society? Because that would be dope. But like I said, this is the only...
Why just introduce somebody to kill him off? That makes no sense.
Whatever, dude. Also, Dr. Fate would probably be in a way that they could do a multiverse if they wanted to, I'm sure. But I'm interested in that. And then, as I said, Shazam: Fury of the Gods announced a new release date of December 21st, 2022. So that's going to be in direct competition with Avatar. Spoiler alert, I'm going to go see Shazam.
Yep.
Yeah, we're not going to review Avatar. Maybe, when it comes to streaming.
If we have advertisers and a steady stream of revenue from this then...
If we did this show full time,
yeah,
absolutely.
Sure. Oh, of course. I'd go fucking review what's out right now.
Sorry. Father Stew.
I would go
with
review
Mark
that
Wahlberg
right now. And I would hate every minute.
Bro, I'm a Catholic.
Yeah, I'm a Catholic priest already, guys.
My dad.
Hey, bro.
I also heard Mel Gibson isn't acting in that movie because he's an abusive alcoholic dad. So, again, they just
Dang.
he wasn't even acting. They just put a camera on him. Like, it was amazing. Let's go to Sony because we need to rip on those dipshits.
Christ.
We just said be more positive.
Take away the motherfucker who does the PR statements for Sony.
Positive?
Just take that guy away.
The next Marvel legend, El Muerto.
Right? What the? And who the fuck is Bad Bunny?
I want to focus on the good thing first.
Okay.
Venom 3 was officially greenlit, so I'm assuming that I've heard a rumor that Toxin is going to be the cop that turns into Toxin at the end of Venom 2. I know you don't remember this because
I do.
Okay, you do?
Yeah, his eyes turn blue.
I had to look this up again. For a second, I was like, wait, did they do that?
We did the podcast, then I went home, and every time I see one of those movies, like a Marvel movie or a superhero, I always go to cbr.com or Cinema Blend.
Oh, yeah. No.
And they'll always have like Easter eggs that you might have missed.
But yeah, Toxin will be in Venom 3. That's all I've got out of that. But it has officially been greenlit, of course, because both those movies have made a lot of money. Doesn't make sense. They're not great movies, but I love them.
It was fun.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse was showcased, and we have a title for the sequel. It's going to be called Beyond the Spider-Verse. Also, I heard a thing that there's 240 characters in this, but they did clarify that they were they were characters that were animated. That doesn't necessarily mean they're speaking. They're just in it. You know what I mean? Like they try to say that like they're really pushing the boundaries of animation because they fully animated 240 characters, which is insane.
Did you
by
see?
The way.
Did you see, by the way, that somebody? Okay, so at the end of No Way Home, when all the people are coming through, and you can kind of see like different shapes. Did you see that somebody spotted a 6-armed Spider-Man, and the studio confirmed it?
In Across the Spider-Verse?
No, in No Way Home, one of those shapes. Somebody paused it long enough, and it was the 6-armed Spider-Man
coming through the portal.
Yeah.
Huh.
And the studio confirmed that was one of the shapes they put in there.
Huh.
Like, that's cool.
But I didn't. I'm gonna be totally honest. They did show 15 minutes of footage. There is an explanation of it. I didn't really look at it because I don't want to know anything about this movie. Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't want to know anything about both these movies. I just want to enjoy them because I didn't know hardly anything about Into the Spider-Verse, and it's one of the best Spider-Man movies ever made. And then lastly, what the fuck is Sony doing? You thought that Morbius would teach them that like maybe only Venom is the character that could work as a solo movie, but no. Because they decided to cast Bad Bunny. And tell me if you know this character.
Who the fuck is Bad Bunny?
As he's a rapper. As he also he did a couple WWE events. He's actually a pretty good wrestler. He's been cast as El Muerto. Who the fuck is El Muerto?
Couldn't even tell you.
One of the funniest tweets I saw was a man that was Hispanic that tweeted, "I love Marvel Comics. I've been reading them my whole life. I love Spider-Man. I don't even know who the fuck El Muerto is, and I'm Mexican."
Yeah.
So I was like, again, like who thought like, well, Morbius flopped, but maybe we should do it about like this. Based on what I've seen on the artwork, is like a Bane ripoff for Spider-Man because he's like this big buff luchador.
Never heard of. I don't know.
I don't know who the fuck it. But that's what I mean. Like, what are you guys doing?
Nobody knows.
Once again, you are the Spider-Man studio. Why are you making a Madam Web movie? Oh my god.
Yeah, right?
I'm not even going to go into this anymore because we've said this so many fucking times.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Of course, there was more at CinemaCon. They showed the full movie of Top Gun Maverick, which that movie is a movie I feel like is never coming out because that and Mission Impossible 7 is another one where I'm like, is that movie ever going to exist? I don't really care either way, but I've heard nothing but good things about Maverick, though. I've heard it's good, popcorn, fun, and it's coming out in a couple weeks. It's coming out May 21st or May 20th or something like that. Maybe even later. I think it's actually Labor Day or Memorial Day. So yeah, that's pretty much it from CinemaCon in terms of what we cared about, what we wanted to talk about. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this episode.
The balls. The testicles.
Always dicks with you.
Dicks and testicles.
We are going to be talking about the fact that it is 10 years after the release of this week. We're coming out a couple days before it. What, Tyler? Do you got something you want to tell me?
No,
because we agreed that we're doing the Avengers retrospective.
It's interesting that we that I've lived in Des Moines for the exact same amount of time almost. That movie came out about a week or two after I'd moved back here from Ohio.
Yeah,
and my brother took me to see the movie. I remember I had I had been living in town for like 3 weeks, and I already had a date with this girl. And I'd gone on a date with her, and I was calling her after I saw the movie. Or no, she called me while I was in the movie, and I called her back. She was on vacation somewhere, and we talked about the movie on my drive home.
Yeah.
I remember that very distinctly.
Yeah.
So that's a good it's a good barometer for how long I've lived in Des Moines.
Well, it's funny you talk about that because I do want to talk about if you can because I
And I remember it very well.
I accept the fact that I will probably have more stories out of this than you will, just because I vividly remember this shit. Like I remember when I rewatched it for the retrospective that we were gonna do, I immediately had those thoughts flood back into my brain of a different time, because this movie hits home in so many ways.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing of it is just how much of a comic book it is. It is this is straight up just
Pew pew quip, pew pew quip.
for 2.5 hours. There's
now-
parts where I'm like, "There's Tony Stark.
The part where
There he is,"
Pew pew quip, pew pew quip.
the part where
and then he throws the hammer.
It's Thor's weapon.
the part where one of my favorite parts is Thor, Thor's argument with Loki, and he's like, "Give up this poisonous dream," you know.
Yeah.
That whole sequence right there, like I bought it on Blu-ray when it first came out.
Yeah.
Of course, I saw it in the theater. I think at least, I don't think I saw it more than once, but I saw it in the theater, and I watched it a lot when I was drunk, because I didn't have a Blu-ray player, but my PS4 or PS3 played Blu-rays.
Yeah.
So I would get hammered and play my Madden game, and then
Treasonous dream.
yeah, poisonous.
Poisonous.
And
dream.
I would get, and then after I got done and it was munchie time before I'd pass out, I'd watch that
Yeah.
because it was cool. It was like, oh, this is real good clarity, even though I can't see straight. You know.
I could just see colors.
Yeah, like, oh, good thing you got the high definition in there, even though you can't see shit, you drunk piece of shit. Anyway, so I'm just waiting for the microwave potatoes, man. Listen, so I watched this movie a lot, and one of my favorite parts is when the Hulk is chasing after Black Widow.
Oh yeah, that scene's horrifying. I rewatching it.
That is directly ripped from a fucking comic book, dude.
Yeah.
It looks, there's a point, if you pause it right, when during that moment, it looks like they literally just, I mean, it's crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's fucking cool as shit, man.
Well,
So cool.
This
The
is
fucking helicarrier, when I was in the theater, I was like, yeah.
and he gives him the $10.
Oh, I got fucking bummed.
Look, I will say this. And we should just get out in front of it now. I think Joss Whedon is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Based on what I've
It
heard.
makes the Scarlet Witch, the interrogation scene, really creepy.
I rewatched it rewatching with the lens that I have now of 2022.
Right.
It's like, man, this is weird.
It's still badass for Scarlett Johansson.
It's still kind of, well, and then you see some ass shots, but then when I was rewatching it, I was like, okay, maybe that's just how the framing looks. But I remember when I saw it in theaters, I thought it was a little bit much, but again, this was 10 years ago, so 18-year-old me was like, hey, look at that butt.
Look at them boobies.
Look at that lady. Look at that lady. I do that every time I watch a movie. There's a woman.
Hooray!
Then I go
Pew pew quip, pew pew quip.
in my pants. All right, so yeah.
I got so excited.
All right, so yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about when if you can remember the theater experience when you first saw this movie. So, because I have a really long story about it, and I remember it specifically, like I was saying earlier, it hit me in a specific time, like a very formidable, foundational time of my personality, I think. Because you have a personality by the time you're 18, but I think that from 18 on is the transition and more of who the person you're going to be the rest of your life. You know, it's the cheesy line from Spider-Man. But we saw it. It was a group of friends. Our last day of school was May 4th, but we went to the midnight showing May 3rd. So it was a group of friends. The only thing that sucked was we had to see it in 3D. They only had the midnight showing in 3D, which was like, but anyway, I don't hate 3D, but this movie wasn't made for 3D.
No, and I don't think I watched it in 3D, but yeah, I have the 3D Blu-ray though.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
there you have it. But I remember what we did. We've been planning this for weeks. By the way, we had gotten our tickets in advance. Jesus, I just smacked into the mic.
Jesus Christ.
We came up with the idea, like, we're gonna cosplay, so who's doing who? And I was like, I immediately called Thor because he was my dog. And so then we were making a whole thing of it, and we also come from a small town in Nebraska, so we this was something that we could actually get excited for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is an event.
Big.
And this was back when they still had midnight showings. It was really unfortunate that we did it on a Thursday, but well, because I remember I didn't sleep at all. So my last day as a senior, I was like dragging ass the whole time.
Oh my God! In high school?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was so old.
But dude, I was
You know what movie I skipped class to see on my senior skip day?
What?
The Crow.
You emo turd.
No, that's how long ago it was.
I was just
94. God, we're
But yeah,
fucking
I
old.
remember like we were so hyped up the night before, like even that Thursday night, being like, "Oh, dude, I can't fucking wait, dude." And I kind of cheated because I kind of seen part of it already through like one of those shitty like bootlegs.
Yeah.
I was like, "Why did I do that?" But anyway,
Why do that?
why did I do that to
Jesus, come
myself?
on, Jesus.
Come on now.
Come on.
But
Jesus.
I just remember getting and I had like this Thor hammer that like if you press the button, it would like make crack like a lightning crackle sound and like.
And you did it during the movie, didn't you, cocksucker?
I almost did. I had some friends look at me and I was like, dude, when soon as Thor shows up, I'm gonna hit it. And they're like, and they all were like leaning over, like, don't you fucking do it.
fucking do
No,
we'll kill you.
I thought about it, but I didn't.
Yeah,
I did at the end.
I'm glad.
When it hit the credits, I was like, yeah.
All right, that's cool.
Did you just rip ass again? If you're gonna do it, do it.
That was the dog.
If you're gonna do it, do it into the mic like a real man. And then you talk into that fart mic. Yeah, and then at that point, you can keep that microphone. But
At that
no,
point,
I
it's
remember.
yours.
I remember very vividly of getting in that theater, sitting down, and just being so giddy of being like, I can't believe
finally
it's
yeah.
happening.
Oh yeah,
We're having a
I was the same way.
superhero crossover movie,
Yeah.
and then we get to 7 years later in Endgame, and I'm like, I'm bawling my eyes out because I'm like, this is fucking incredible. But I just remember getting into the theater, sitting down. We're all just fucking amped. I couldn't tell you any of the trailers, couldn't tell you that, but I could tell you that moment when it was like the Avengers, like the cold open kind of sucks. I'm being honest. It's like whatever. It's kind of out of place in this movie. But then once that thing hits and the Avengers theme hits, we were like, let's go! Like you could feel the energy. And that was the first time I'd really felt that like hype up crowd moment in an MCU movie.
It was really good.
And I was like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is what I'll remember the most. We sit there, we're watching the movie, and and I told Ashley this too, rewatching it on Disney Plus, sitting on the couch and being like, this is just pornography. This is just pure superhero action movie pornography. Like that. Even now, watching it in 2022, this movie still fucking holds up, dude.
Dude, one of my favorite part of the whole sequence in New York. There's two different sequences. One's toward the beginning and one's towards kind of the middle of it. But what happens is they have like a shot of everybody or a couple people. And then one person goes off to do their thing. They follow that person, like Iron Man, say. Yeah. And then Iron Man flies past Hawkeye on the roof.
Yeah, how
and
they shot parts of this.
They focus on Hawkeye at that point. Hawkeye draws an arrow, shoots it at somebody. They follow the arrow, and it goes to hit a guy next to the Hulk, who's riding one of those things. Like,
and then Thor jumps on the thing and
like
fights them with Hulk.
And they had all these
it.
sequences where like each character
it
like
keeps moving.
gets their own like. This is my moment. Okay, now the next guy. And it was cool how they did it organically. It didn't feel forced.
And I loved how kinetic it was.
Yeah.
It was this movie, even again, and this is with all of the Infinity Saga stuff, having that knowledge now and going back and watching
Seeing Thanos is weird, too, because he doesn't, I mean...
But going back and watching it now...
We all know he doesn't look like that.
Even by Marvel standards, the pace is so fucking quick in this movie. There's you forget how many fights are in this movie.
Yeah,
and
there's not a lot of downtime.
No, there's and even then, the dialogue is kinetic because it's building constant tension because none of these guys trust each other until the end of the movie, and so
Cooper showing us his balls.
And look. Does this movie hit the team up cliches of comics where it's like first they meet each other, they don't like each other, they fight each other, they don't trust each other, but then there's something that happens so they have to trust it. I don't fucking care. It works.
Anybody who's ever read the first issue of Avengers ever, like the one where Loki and stuff, like the story beats in the movie the Marvel's The Avengers are almost identical to the story beats in Avengers #1. The only big difference is that there's a few more characters. Some characters weren't in the comics, whatever. But the point is that they all come together because of something Loki did, and the way they come together is almost verbatim, beat for beat from the fucking issue. How they get together, it's great, and they modernized it.
And that's what makes
Nick
it so.
Fury wasn't around back then.
Yeah, but that's what makes it so. And
Yeah.
this is also Ultimate Universe Nick Fury.
Basically, right?
Because the Ultimate Nick Fury is black. But yeah, there's so much of this that yes, it's by the numbers, but it's so effective, and it's like what I was saying about Spider-Man: No Way Home, where it was hitting the beats that I expected to hit, but that doesn't mean that it's not awesome. Like it does it in a great way.
Doesn't mean it doesn't still give me a chub.
This movie's I think what's also great about this movie feels small, even though it's large scale. It feels small
Because of all the stuff we know now.
No, but I would argue that that's not true. I think you're right. Yes, the hindsight is different, but there's only 6 people in this movie. There's 6 members on the team.
Right.
Versus what we saw in Civil War, what we saw in Infinity War. So yeah, like Endgame. At the time, 10 years ago, this was the biggest fucking thing on the planet.
Yeah.
And because it made over $1 billion, and it feels so small now in comparison, but that's kind of why I love it so much. Is like it does big scale, but still making it feel small. And I think it does that because it focuses on the assault on New York.
I think
it's not a planet to planet thing. It's not this gigantic universe.
Right.
It's just like all these aliens are coming in and taking out New York.
I think the biggest thing for me is, it's hard for me to watch the old movies, just in the respect that it's like, well, I already know so much more.
Yeah.
That's
like
coming.
It's going to be like because Ashley suggested.
It's hard to watch. I think it's Winter Soldier.
Oh,
dude. Come
on.
No, hang on. Winter Soldier is a fucking great movie.
Oh yeah.
But when you're watching it, and then the part where they take Stillwell up to the roof, and he talks about Doctor Strange or Stephen Strange.
Yeah. That's the dude. He's in the helicarrier carrier in the first Avengers.
Yeah, he's
the one who tells them that the
prominent
are destabilizing
member of
Shield.
Yeah, for a long time.
He's in that movie.
Sitwell is his character's name. Anyway, but they talk about he mentions Stephen Strange.
Yeah,
and it's like I see that, and then I'll be like, well, I just want to turn it off and watch Doctor Strange now, and I can.
What?
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard for me to be like, oh, because some of the Easter eggs don't land as hard because of how they've been revealed now.
It's funny you say that. Because I don't necessarily mean Thanos, sure, but that's because they didn't actually.
They still hold up.
Make Thanos a character until the last movie.
I am not good at moderation, so if I want something, I want it all. So if I'm like watching the Avengers, it'll be like, why am I watching this when I can watch Endgame?
But I still think like the things that are paid off in this are so good.
Oh yeah,
and so good.
Fucking great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to go back and rewatch Age of Ultron because I know a lot of people soured on that movie.
It's not as bad.
I remember enjoying it, but
the opening sequence is really.
That's also
dopey.
why I think it'd be hard to go back and watch these other Phase 1 movies because, like I was talking to Ashley, she's like, "Why don't we just go back and watch them in timeline order?" I was like, "All right, do you want to watch fucking Captain Marvel next? Because we already watched Captain America," and she's like, "Oof." Because I don't want to do it that way.
There's gonna be stinkers.
But then I don't want to go. And I know Captain Marvel isn't a Phase 1 movie, but I don't really like that movie. But no, because Thor isn't that great of like Thor is a fine movie, but Thor is not like a movie I want to go back and watch. If I want to watch a Thor movie, I'll watch Ragnarok because that's the best one. So I understand where you're coming from. Where it's like I want to watch I want to watch
Tiki Watiti,
his version of Thor. And look, I couldn't tell you a fucking thing about The Dark World. Okay, I've seen that movie one time.
I tried rewatching it at one point. I got to the part where the cement mixer was turning around in the sky, like in the air, and I was like, I just don't care.
I don't even know what that is. I have no frame of reference.
Towards it's like 10 minutes in.
But back to the Avengers. The reason that I love this one so much is I think it is one of the only movies in Phase 1 that I could go back and watch and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I think it also has the benefit of when we got out of that movie at like 3 a.m, we got out and we're all still in cosplay. We reenacted scenes from them, and we're all seniors in high school,
Dorks.
literally about to graduate.
Dorks,
Our
dorks,
last day
dorks,
of school is this day, and we're out here like a fucking. And we did it for, I shit you not, at least 20 minutes. And then, like one of my buddies had the Captain America shield, so I jumped up in the air with Mjolnir. And
What is Mjolnir?
Mjolnir?
Yeah, what is it?
How do you say it? Oh, what is it?
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir?
Yeah.
It's Thor's weapon.
Oh.
I had that in my hand, and I hit his shield.
Thor's
I hit his shield, and I like fell backwards off of it, like, oh man, again.
You want me to drop the hammer, motherfucker?
You want me to put the hammer down? I did. So let's talk about that. I thought, again, rewatching it now, I was like, I got hyped up at certain moments because I was like, ooh, this is where Iron Man shows up. Ooh, this is where Thor. So like, in the scene in Germany, when he tells them to kneel, and he's like, you're isn't this your proper stance? This is where. Also, Loki's first line of this movie is, "I was burdened with glorious purpose," and I'm like, "Fuck you!" Like I love that. He's such a shithead from Jump Street in this movie.
Yeah.
But and then Captain America shows up and he's like, "Last time I heard somebody talk like that, it was in Germany."
We ended up disagreeing.
Yeah, I was like, as cheesy as his suit looks, I still love it in this movie.
Oh, it's so great, dude.
And I love how
watching him finally in action against Loki and stuff. It's like, oh, cool, that's cool.
And I love how much of a he really is the Boy Scout, because it's him fresh out of being frozen. And as and they do a great, and same thing with Thor and Iron, like all of these characters. It's amazing to see where they are at 10 years ago in the first Avengers movie and see where they go, because as the movies go on, just like in the comics, Captain America isn't this Star-Spangled Boy Scout because he's like, no, the government's doing fucked up shit. I'm gonna stay, and you see it in this movie because he's pissed off that they're making weapons. But that fight sequence, and then you hear him hack the little Quinjet, and it fucking turns into AC/DC. I was like, hell yes, that is such a cool entrance, because we'd already seen him before, and he's like, no, I'm not doing it, and then he just shows up here.
Yeah.
And then that leads to, and then again, great line is the lightning happens, and he goes, "Are you afraid of a little lightning?" He goes, "No, I fear what comes after." And then boom, Thor lands on the Quinjet. I'm like, fuck yes. And I didn't realize how long the fight in the woods was. In my memory, it wasn't that long. But like Thor and Cap have a legit fight in the woods. And I was like, another cheesy joke is listen to me. Listen, brother, and then Iron Man hits him, and he's like, "I'm listening." But that whole fight was fucking amazing. And then
doth the mother knowest you
weareth her drapes.
drapes?
Shakespeare in the Woods. And then
This is great.
when he hits him with the lightning, it actually overpowers Tony's suit. I was like, "That's really cool."
How about that?
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 Or when he grabs him and he's breaking his metal, I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah." And then of course Cap, enough. You want me to bring the hammer down? No, he likes the hammer.
No, don't do that.
Yeah. And then,
Yeah.
or even better, before that, Cap's line of like, "These guys are gods. I only know one god, and he doesn't look like that.
For sure doesn't dress like that, ma'am.
I'm going to jump out this plane now.
See you later.
Deuces."
Go America.
Dude, the Thor and Hulk fight in the helicarrier is fun. I love that fight
Pretty
too.
good. Yep.
Because that starts with him saving Black Widow, which was awesome.
Yep.
And then, dude, the best part of that was when you see Thor smile. And we have seen these two fight only twice in the MCU, and I feel like they need to fight more because they fight all the time in the comics.
Yeah.
Thor likes fighting Hulk.
Well, Hulk fights everybody.
Yeah, but Thor actually takes enjoyment out of fighting Hulk, because when he wipes his lips and then he sits there and waits for the hammer to come. Like, that's so cool. I love that so much when he just
and then he gets it at the right moment to
him, and then him catching it and then trying to pull it and he couldn't pull it. I was like, that's some good shit.
Some good shit, man.
Or the fact that Hulk rip open that jet, and Ashley and I were watching. I think this is probably the first time she'd watched it in 10 years.
Yeah.
And the dude ejects out of it, and when Hulk catches him out of the eject, I was like, Jesus! Like, her and I both were like, fuck!
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I do, yeah.
But it was awesome.
See, I've watched this movie so many more times, I think, that I really... I mean, I'm sure that another rewatch would bring some stuff, but most of it is... I've already kind of gone down the rabbit hole of, like, that doesn't really make sense. Or, like, I don't remember that. You know?
Yeah.
Like
we get glimpses of Tony and Steve actually working together when they're trying to repair the helicarrier.
Oh, dude, like...
So you actually start to see them become a team a little bit.
The thing that's so funny to me is that almost every movie now has a mid-credits or an end-credits stinger to kind of further the whole story. And this one really doesn't. It just has...
It
does
has the
shawarma.
Thanos thing, but then it does the shawarma.
Yeah.
But it was the first one where it's down the mid-credits and then the joke at the end credits.
Mm-hmm.
And, the battle for New York itself still is incredible.
Yeah, it is.
It is still incredible. I talked about it. As a kid, I can't remember that.
There's a comic book panel where Black Widow is putting the thing. It's from the Ultimate Comics line, and it literally looks like... I mean, the scene in the movie literally looks like it was ripped from the panel.
Yeah.
When she's trying to close the portal.
Yeah.
So cool. It's just so good.
Well, just the team up moments. Like when Cap, like you were talking about, when the kinetics, one of those kinetic shots where we follow Iron Man, lands, looks at Cap, shoots a unit,
and then
shoots
he does the
repulsor blast
shield.
off
He does
his
the
shield.
Yep. And then, oh yeah, so cool. Yeah.
Because Thor fucking powers him up with the lightning, and then he hits off the shit. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah,
Yes!
so cool. Yeah.
And again, I'm sitting there on my couch 10 years later being like, this movie still fucking works.
You know what I really like about watching that movie again is watching Tony, watching all the characters not just starting to like each other, but beginning to respect each other.
And it's finally seeing them become a team.
The moment where Thor literally is like, dude, you're a human. You got to be like dead. And Cap's like, I could do this all day. You see this expression in Thor's face change. Like,
you're ready for another bout. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, all right, this guy's got some fucking balls.
I think that's when Thor really started respecting Cap.
Yes, I love that moment because that's when...
ever since they were...
That's when Cap says, I may not have an iron suit and I may not be a god, but I'm a bad motherfucker, man.
Well, and it goes to the comics, too, because in the comics, Thor has always respected Captain America.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He said that he's the... He said I remember there was one line that he said he respects, he's the greatest warrior that's a mortal man or something like that or whatever. And to start to see that develop is great. And that's why that payoff in Endgame is so incredible.
Yeah.
He sees him wielding it and he's like, I knew it.
Yeah,
like that just
fucking bastard.
Yeah, I knew it. But
I knew it, you motherfucker.
I knew you were worthy.
Let's go ahead and get some...
Take my little hammer. Because I got the big
Yeah.
Stormbreaker.
You take the little one.
No, take the little one. That's a great scene. No, I'm honestly tempted to go back and watch the other, just the Avengers movies. Just watch Age of Ultron, Infinity War, and
If you
Endgame.
just watched Avengers, Age of Ultron, Infinity War,
If
and
it
then
would
Endgame,
still work.
if you just watched all four of those...
I think the only difference is you have to probably watch Civil War, because I think Civil War...
Yeah.
You'd have to
Which
watch...
is basically an Avengers movie.
It is. It's Avengers 2.5.
And it would have to be between Age of Ultron
and Infinity War.
Yeah.
Just to explain why Cap
Come
is
on, Shane.
deserted or is nomad, pretty much. Some other things that I still love. I still love the part where Hulk punches Thor after they... We talked about earlier, that scene...
How about the janitor? You need some pants there, son.
Butt-ass naked. He's trying to eat your candy. But when that shot, when they're doing the thing where you talk about where they're riding the big thing, and him and Hulk are working together after they had fought each other on the helicarrier,
Yeah, that is
and then
pretty
that
cool.
Hulk didn't forget and punched him. Or of course this transition is amazing when he's like, "That's my secret. I'm always angry," and he punches that fucking thing. I'll never forget that moment because that was another hype moment in the theater where we're like, "Yeah!"
Yeah, because the fucking whole thing just goes...
And then because immediately after that, Iron Man flies in, blows it up, and then they do the circle shot, which is still, dude. I have goosebumps talking about it right now. I had goosebumps when I watched it.
Yes.
It's so much fun to watch these. Can you stop?
No, I fucking can't.
We're gonna have another therapy session on this. Shut up. I love watching these movies on Disney Plus because, and just watching them at home in general because of you can tell the get hype moments. Because the music swells and it just hangs on that circular shot just long enough for you to get your cheers
You want me to do an
out.
impression? You want me to do the impression of the music again?
No, we got it. We got it. We don't need to hear that again.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm gonna walk out of this fucking show. I'm trying to think of things that we might not have touched on that, and clearly the question would be in a retrospective: is it still great? Absolutely. I still. This one is so good at being self-contained. Like it obviously leads open phase 2 and it has the ending where like they're gonna come back together at some
Age
point.
of Ultron has way more creepy Joss Whedon dripping off of it than the Avengers does. There's obviously, I mean, it's there, but it's not as virile, I guess. You can just, I don't know, you can almost see, like, I think you can see Joss Whedon's dick in a couple of shots in Age of Ultron. I'm pretty sure, right?
He's just beating it.
It's just
behind
fucking,
the
it's just a
monitor.
blip. He's just, fuck it, I don't care. I'm not beating around the bush anymore. I'm beating it on set.
Oh my god! All right,
sorry.
okay. So anyway,
awful.
the Avengers 10 years later, still incredible.
Oh, yeah.
I still adore this movie, and again, I think we should try that experiment of just if it's possible, just to watch the Avengers movies because I think this might be the only one I think is this one feels the most self-contained. Like I said, I really do think again it ends open with them obviously being like, we're gonna have other adventures and other movies,
do other stuff,
but it's the most where you definitely need the context of those other movies, but you can honestly turn this on and just be like, okay, the big lightning man is teaming up with the flag man and teaming up with
the big lightning man.
Batman as a robot. And anyway, so let's get to the main segments. But first, I'm going to go take a piss. Welcome back, folks. Thanks for the potty break. And let's talk about Tyler's... Ew. All right. What do you want to talk about today, Ty? Tie-dye? Tie-dye? Did you know the Kool-Aid things?
No, I put them over here. You want one?
Yeah.
Here, don't you mow on those while I'm talking. That's what I was doing while you were talking. So, back in the day, there was one Spider-Man title. It was called The Amazing Spider-Man. And after a little while, they came out with a second one called Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man. Then they came out with Web of Spider-Man, and then finally just Spider-Man. Well, at some point in the mid to late 80s, they decided to make a one-shot called Peter Porker, The Spectacular Spider-Ham, which is a great name. The Spider-Ham, that's great, right? Instead of Spider-Pig, right?
Yeah, and we even had
I fondly remember
John Mulaney as him in Spider-Verse.
I fondly remember owning the first issue. I had this issue at one point, this one right here.
Okay.
I bought this in a QT in Marion, in Iowa. And I'm reading through this, and I'm just like, oh, this is really good and stuff. Failed to realize that there's an incredibly racist character in this movie, in this thing. There's these three like boy interns of J. Jeremiah Jackal, which it's all anthropomorphized people or animals. And the two guys, the one is pink, the one is white, and then the third one is a black cat. And he speaks, well,
Urban.
I'm not gonna do that, but
yeah,
basically, yeah. It's a dumb story. Doctor Doom, sorry, is flown down, or he's in space, and he finally finds a place to land in Australia, and he lands among these giant kangaroos. And what is he doing? He's trying to get hostages, and then he shocks them to make them look like they're playing instruments and singing. And why? Why does he do all this? Because he's trying to make the kangaroos happy. And every time he does it, nothing happens.
Fucking kangaroos, dude.
Yeah. That's like his whole deal. That's the whole fucking story, dude. And
I mean, it's meant for kids, Tyler.
And yeah, but it's not though. It's meant for stupid people. Kids are not dumb.
That's fair.
Anyway, it collects the very first one shot plus issues 1 through 17, And some of it's interesting, some of it's bad. You can tell that they got a lot of writers who drew sometimes to do the art. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There is a Goose Rider, which is really cool. Goose Rider. I do want to tell you some of the funny ones. They got there's Hulk Bunny, Captain Americat, the Fantastic Fur,
Of course.
Doctor Doom, the King Pig, and the Bee Yonder. It's a bee. Plus Thur, Dog of Thunder. Daredevil, Mammal Without Fear. That is just awful. Oh my god. It's a fucking daredevil with a
Daredevil? You writing him a letter? The Daredevil.
Nick Fury, Agent of Sheep. Goose Rider, the Invincible Iron Mouse, Croak and Badger, the Astonishing Ant. Now, go ahead and talk a little bit. Basically, it's not as fondly remembered as I liked. Okay, let's just say the Fantastic Four, the Mr. Fantastic character looks exactly like fucking Bullwinkle and Rocky. Okay, it's really fucking bad. All right.
Why are you so mad about Spider-Man?
I don't know, but I expected it to be as good as I remembered it, and it wasn't, and I'm kind of pissed about it. I am. I'm trying to find the
It's
Daredevil.
the opposite of the Avengers.
I'm kind of trying to find. There's Silver Squirrel. That's cool. Look at that. That's great.
Silver Surfer.
I'm trying to find the Daredevil because it is fucking terrible.
I don't care.
But yeah, no, you can go ahead. I'm pretty much done talking about it. You can go ahead and start doing your thing, and when I find it, I'll show it to you.
Well, for Jake Unlimited, excuse me, I found a book. Oh yeah, he's showing it to me.
Isn't
now.
that fucking terrible? Look at that dumb fucking looking thing.
What's wrong with this?
The Daredevil.
What's wrong with Daredevil?
Oh my God, you're done. We're done.
You're done.
You're dead to me. Get it over here.
Well, I think the whole thing is a little ridiculous.
It is really
Is he still
ridiculous.
blind in this?
I don't know. I didn't read it. I saw the art and I was like, I don't give a fuck what they're saying. Happens sometimes.
All right, let's wrap it up. So for Jake Unlimited, I think I was in the mood because I've been playing the Avengers game, watched the Avengers movie. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back and find a story, like just a really short Avengers run or like event on Comixology.
Nice.
So I did. I found Brian Michael Bendis' Siege,
Ooh.
which came out in 2010. And I remember I was reading comics at this time, but I never read Siege. But this was around the time when I really stopped caring about Marvel because they were doing the Dark Reign stuff.
Yeah.
Where it was after Civil War, and Norman Osborn had taken over S.H.I.E.L.D., but he changed it to Hammer for whatever reason, and then he had his own version of the Avengers and all that shit.
The way they did the Dark Avengers was actually kind of cool.
Yeah, but
they got Bullseye to be
it was Hawkeye. Bullseye is Hawkeye, yeah.
Right, and then they got
Mac
Gargan got to be
Venom,
the
and then
to be out. Yep.
turned into Spider-Man, I think. Or there was just like a black suit Spider-Man for them too.
It was cool how they changed him and made him look like, the people.
Yeah, and then also Norman Osborn had an Iron Man. The Iron Patriot was in this.
Yep.
Was in the Dark Reign stuff.
Yep.
So he has a Dark Patriot or Iron Patriot costume, and it's. Anyway, Siege is because at this point in Marvel continuity, Asgard gets knocked out of its plane of existence, so it's like hovering over
above Oklahoma.
Yeah. And so this whole storyline is Norman Osborn trying to lay a siege on Asgard and taking down Asgard. This thought comes from the Goblin, pretty much. And then but Loki's like, good idea. I'm working with you on this. Let's do it.
At this point, it should be noted, too, that Loki is Sif. He's in Sif's body.
What?
During the Siege storyline, Loki is trapped in Sif's body. He's a chick Loki. Right.
They don't really reference that at all in this.
Okay, well, maybe it's after Siege. But it's around that same time.
Maybe after this, because I'm pretty sure Loki died.
Shut up.
Anyway.
That's how he gets into her body, you jerk.
Volstagg is the catalyst.
Yeah,
because he levels a whole football
Not
field
on
in a
purpose.
fight with Norman's.
Not on purpose.
Shut up. Let me tell my fucking story, asshole. Because he's lured there to fight Adam or Parker, the Hood, and his team. I don't remember the name of They're so insignificant to me. But yes, he's fighting these guys, and he accidentally kills a football stadium full of people. So that was the inciting incident for Norman to be like, well, we're going after Asgard, because the president, who's clearly Obama, was like, no, we shouldn't attack Asgard. And Norman Osborn's like, well, we need an inciting incident, or we need to figure something out, Loki. And he's like, why don't we use Volstagg? So that's how they do it, which kind of flimsy, but, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's comic books, too.
Norman also recruits Ares, the god of war, to help him with his battle tactics. And so they go on, also pointing out that Norman has control of the Sentry in this. And if you're not familiar with the Sentry, he's
the Sentry. I think he said
yes,
Century.
the Sentry. He's the dude that has the power of 1,000 burning suns or whatever the fuck. But he's also has a split personality, and the villain is the Void, and that's really the big villain of this story. But anyway, it really is just Norman Osborn invades Asgard. Thor steps in. There's a great shot at the end of the second episode, or second issue, because I think that's when Cap comes out of hiding. You see a shot. Again, this is Iron Patriot, and it's you see the reflection. It's 3 panels, and it's wide shot, and you just see a look at the helmet. And the next panel, you start to see an image, like a little circle come into frame. And in the third shot, you see it's the shield. And it literally was just Captain America shucking his fucking shield at Norman Osborn. And then it cuts to him standing over him, and it says Avengers Assemble. And that's what leads into the next issue. And those are the moments that stick out because I'm like, that's what I want. When I read these big, these event books, I don't want to read the fucking tie-ins. I don't want to read. Give me a big movie. And that's what this and it's only 4 issues. Yeah. And then they give you another one of the Cabal, which was like the villain version of the Illuminati, which had even Dr. Doom was like, hey, don't fuck with Asgard, please. But anyway, it's a fun story. You could finish it in an afternoon. It's pretty quick. Yeah. It's only 5 issues, if you want to read the prologue, which is the Cabal. But I liked it.
I liked it too.
I like it a lot. Say what you will about Bendis. I like.
Bend it like Bendis.
Oh my god! I want to go back and read his Ultimate Spider-Man run.
I don't want to read any of it.
Okay. All right, that's been another episode. I
don't want to read any of your bullshit. You and your bullshit.
We'll see what we can do, but again, the fucking Doctor Strange review is gonna be late. All right.
Yeah.
Don't fucking
both.
Don't you got any problems?
Not just for the new one, but also for the shitty '70s one.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. My brother always gives me these really cool, obscure things that I never would have thought of, and it's like, oh yeah,
and then
he's the best gift giver.
When you watch that movie, all you can think about is,
I'll eat your ass.
Wow,
that's what.
Well, Jessica Walter is in it.
I'll eat your ass.
She played the mom on Arrested Development. So this is back in the '70s when she was 40.
Well,
Do you have anything else?
I think that's it for today's episode.
I would say just, hey, you know what? Like we were talking about earlier, be more empathetic.
And you know what? It's okay to
smile more.
Like a movie that has
pew pew quip
in it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'll leave you with this.
Wow, it was good. I'll never let you. Wow. Wow, it was good. I'll never let you. Wow.
And that's it.